Hi there. Can you tell good audio from bad audio? Here's an example of good audio like this, what you're hearing now, as opposed to this audio, which you probably don't want to hear in a course or a long form video or podcast. Good audio does make a difference. If you have a YouTube channel or a podcast, or if you're a course creator or do live streams, it really does matter. And if you've ever wondered how to record or stream yourself with better audio, then I can help you with that. Today, we'll be looking at how you can greatly improve your audio, gaining more presence and therefore more believability with mic technique. And there's a bonus at the end for those that tough it out for the whole 6 minutes or so, however long this video is going to be. Now, there are lots of different kinds of mics out there, and we'll talk about the different kinds of mics in some future videos, but today we'll focus on cardioid microphones. By the way, if we've never met before, I'm Mike, and I help people stand out on their channels, podcasts, and courses through better audio. Really getting good audio isn't hard when you know what you're doing, and it doesn't have to be expensive either. Now, the mic I'm talking on right now is a cardioid mic. It's an Audio-Technica 4050 for those that are curious, although you don't have to buy this level of microphone in order to get good quality sound. Also, there's been some additional processing, but we'll talk about that, more about that in a later video. So to demonstrate cardioidosity, let's take a look at this microphone. It's a cardioid microphone, and it's not hooked up, so I can move it around and show you things. For those that are interested, it's an Apex 180. We call the pickup pattern cardioid because it's named after a heart-type shape, cardioid, and it picks up in a specific pattern. Instead of the microphone hearing in a total sphere around the microphone in all directions, it actually hears a little bit from behind here, and a little bit from the sides. Here, I'll point this toward you. So it hears a little bit back here and a little bit from the sides. It does hear some things, but where it really hears is from the front. That's where the best quality sound is. So we call this a directional microphone, and basically the front is where you're going to get the most natural and clear sound. So with a bit of quiet in the space you're in, something like this mic, or this mic over here, could be a very natural sounding choice. So if I hold this microphone at 45 degrees and speak, it's going to pick up mostly my voice. This type of mic, you'd need what we call an XLR cable, like this here. So you just this cable in here, and the cable would go, down through the signal would go down through the cable and go into some sort of interface that converts it into digital, and then a USB cable takes it to your computer. So whether this type of microphone works in your space, it really depends partly on your voice, but also partly on the room. How much reflection of sound is in the room from the walls, the floor, and the ceiling. So a cardioid microphone can actually be a really good choice for a YouTuber, podcaster, or somebody who's doing a course, because you're not necessarily going to be recording it all in a professional studio where the entire wall surface is covered with some sort of treatment, meaning either acoustic foam or some sound panels that are installed on the walls. When I produced in radio, a lot of the rooms that we worked in were completely covered with some sort of material, either acoustic foam or some kind of panels that were often integrated right into the wall surface. So the sound was very dead in there, meaning not many reflections for sound. But as home-based YouTubers, people often don't have that kind of an option, and actually, you may not want to have a completely dead sound. That's more expected in radio, for sure. But often in a YouTube video or in a course recording, we want the sound to have a bit of the room into it. Not too much, but a bit of the room to sound natural and match the look of the video. On the other hand, if you use a different microphone that's not directional and, hears everything in the entire room, well, it's going to hear a lot of things in the room that maybe you don't want on the recording. For instance, let's remember the bad audio part at the top of this video. A non-directional mic, especially at a distance, like a built-in camera mic or even sometimes a mic placed on top of the camera, can end up hearing too many reflections and may sound bad, whereas a cardioid mic will ignore at least some of that. So when I go to do a professional video shoot or I'm doing an interview indoors, the cardioid microphone or even a supercardioid, which is like the cardioid microphone, but a little bit more directional, might be a good choice because it tends to handle the indoor room reflections in a more kind way than some other mics, as long as it's placed relatively close to the person speaking. So I don't want to make this video drag on too long, so we'll stop here for now. In the next video, which I'll have out in about a week from the release of this video, in that video we'll cover mic placements in more detail and why you would do one kind of placement over another. We'll also look at the difference between standard mics and USB mics, and we'll also talk about how to get that radio sound out of your setup if that's what you want. So I hope this video has been really helpful for you and has given you some things to consider and also to try out. Now, about that bonus, there's a link below where you can get a PDF which outlines and summarizes what I've said in this video today. So just go click the link below to get the PDF. So if you have good audio, then people will definitely believe more in what you say. It can literally make the difference between being taken seriously or not. Now, if there are things that you're wondering about or have questions about, or if there are topics that you'd like to see me cover, please put it in the comments below, and I'll be reading all of the comments that people put there and answering as many of them as I can. If you want to see more videos like this, by all means, like the video and subscribe. Do click the notification bell when you subscribe to let the YouTube's algorithm know that you'd like to be notified about new videos. So grab a mic, any mic, and enjoy yourself and go out there and record something that you've been wanting to tell people or to show people. Thanks very much. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video.